another beautiful day to walk and talk. I wanted to talk about what tarot is and how it works, and the tarot numbers and why they're so important. So let's just have a think about it. What is tarot? So tarot is a language, and it's a coded language. And that's really important. The idea of it being a code is important. So why? Why is it important that it's a code? Because it has to be universal. It has to be a universal language everybody can understand. When I went to the Tarot Museum in Italy, I was absolutely blown away by the fact that there was tarot decks and artwork and contributions from, I think, probably every country of the world. From China to India to, oh my God, Russia to, I mean, I don't know that there was any country that was missed out. All connected through tarot, because tarot works through connection, doesn't it? That's what we're doing. When we're reading tarot, we're connecting. So tarot has to connect, and it has to connect to everybody. And the way it does this is to have a universal code. And that code is made up of the 4 suits. So the 4 suits are absolutely fundamentally important. And those 4 suits refer to the 4 earth energies, which is water, fire, air, and earth. And they make up all stuff. They're fundamental for most of the world's ancient religions, especially the ones that come from the East. And they are the foundation, they're the building blocks of everything. So that's the foundation, the building blocks of the code that tarot uses. There is a 5th element, and that 5th element is spirit. Those 5 elements together are connected by the pentacle idea. Pentacle is the magic symbol that connects everything together. And that's the 5 elements working together. So that's spirit, water, fire, air, and earth. And so our code is built around these 5 elements. Now, when we introduce the numbers into that, that tells us how much and what of the energy of the element we're talking about. So it gives us the subject and the context of the conversation. So we've got 10 numbers, and numerology is a fascinating study of number as a depictor of universal energy. And in tarot, we make it real simple. So we only have 10 numbers, but we have 10 numbers that run through each of the 4 elements. So when we look at the ace as being the seed, we can see that the ace is actually referring to all potential. Whenever we start something, we have the potential of everything within it. And that's quite amazing, isn't it? The potential of everything when we start. Now, what happens and what potentials are brought forth, well, you know, that's not necessarily set at that point, and it depends on what we do, and it depends on the environment, and it depends on the circumstances, and it has the potential of all of it. So every new relationship has the potential of every relationship experience within it at the beginning, possibly all the way through. Every job, everything we do, every experience we have carries within it the full spectrum of possibility. Tarot on some level has to communicate this so that when we have a reading, it can tell us what part of this energy spectrum, what part of this potential it's talking about. Now that sounds complicated, but tarot makes it really, really simple by telling us the story of our life in coded form, in energetic language. So we go from the ace. If we think of the ace then we have to make a decision. Are we going to do this or not? So when we decide whether we're going to do something or not, we look at all of our options. We look at the similarities, we look at the opposites, we look at whether or not we have an emotional resonance with something. We explore it before we make our decision. Having made our decision, in the 2, we then move into the 3. We have to implement that decision. We have to do something. We have to enlarge on it. We have to build it. We have to take action. And then once we've done that, then we have to stabilize it. So we sort of have to take stock, and we have to maybe take a little pause and see what's happened, where we want to go from here. That's the problem. So that takes us from the 4 into the 5, and the 5 is our first point of challenge. Because having stabilized things, the last thing we want to do is to destabilize things. But we have to, because growth only comes from overcoming challenges and being strong enough to overcome challenges. So the 5 is all of those difficult cards in tarot, those disappointment, having to deal with conflict with other people, having to move through the mire of baggage, and then having to look at, my own self-esteem in all of this. That is a very difficult point that all of us have to move through. Then when we do move through it, we get to the 6, which is then the tipping point into the big boy section. The big boy section is not easy, because that's also challenging. So 7 is the point at which we don't really have a plan. We're a bit in the weeds, and we're kind of looking at, what do we do next? We know we need to move forward, but we're not really sure. And we're a bit, we're not really sure what the right thing is to do, but we do know we've got to do something. And that's when we get to the 8, which is do something. And the 8 is where it's got to just keep going, keep moving, push through it. That's all you can do. Once you've got through that, you end up at the 9, which is basically your personal experience of the thing that you are in. It's your personal version of the experience. And then when we build from that to the 10, we've built that then as far as it can go in its current form, and then we have to renew with new potential. And then we have to start the whole thing over again. And we can tell that story through the Suit of Cups, through the Suit of Wands, through the Suit of Swords, and also through the Suit of Pentacles. So the code is telling us which energy we're working in and what's happening in the story at that number. And that is universal to us all, and it's quite miraculous. Because it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what culture you're from, it doesn't matter what country you're from, what language you speak, what religion you may follow. Our stories are all the same. The story is universal to us all. And that's something that I don't think we focus on nearly enough. If we look at the minor arcana, Ace to 10, what we can see, whoops, hello little one. What we can see, it's the center of everything. Now, a lot of people, when they read tarot, see the major arcana as being the most important part of the equation. I beg to differ. I think the major arcana is there as our guidance system, but it's all about the minors. The minor arcana is the most important part of tarot, because that's us doing what we're doing, boots on the ground, living it. So we can see this code as being a system which tells all of us what part of our story we're in at any one time. And it's incredibly detailed. Every single human experience is in it. I mean, I don't think there's anything that you could experience in your life which is not reflected in this code. So when we read, that's what we're doing. We're tapping into the core of the human experience. We're doing that powered by the energetic world. And the information that's coming to us is powered by our connection through this code to the energetic world. And it works brilliantly. So it is a language that we share with the energetic world, so they can speak to us in a language that we can understand. They can speak to us in a language that any of us, all of us, can understand. And the idea, I think, as far as I've been told, is that in being able to speak to all of us, we can bypass the idea of religious dogma. We can bypass the idea of anybody telling us what to do. What we can do is we can become the creators of our own life with the help of this. Not there to do it for us. It's not there for us to become 100% reliant on it. It's there to help us as a sort of a bit of a sat nav. And this code is absolutely amazing. So when you think about tarot, that's how I would like you to see it. Because all too often we think, oh, it's tarot, it's a pack of tarot cards. But it's so much more than that. The cards are not the point of it. The information is the point of it. And in tarot, it's the code that's the point of it. Because that code and the way it connects all of humanity and the energetic world, spirit, together, that's the point of it. That's the miracle of it. And it's a kind of superpower that we can all use in our lives. So I hope that's been interesting. I always say that, don't I? I think it's interesting. I hope I've made it clear and not too overcomplicated. Obviously, if you enjoy this channel, please do like and subscribe. And tell me what you want to talk about. Give me some ideas as to what you would like me to discuss. If there's any questions you have, I'm very, very happy to make a video in answer to that question. That'll be quite fun. So if you have a burning tarot question, or a question about energy, or how energy works, or manifestation, or anything like that, just shout and I will make a video, especially for you. In the meantime, let's enjoy this gorgeous weather and make the most of it. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, thank you for watching our video. If you're interested in the world of tarot and would like to explore further and would like to know how to bring tarot to life so that it makes sense in the real world, I'd like to invite you to explore the Tarot Tribe. The Tarot Tribe is my personal membership. And inside you'll find a community of tarot students just like you, lots of bite-sized mini courses, a new one every month, and new spreads, demo videos, a clinic with me every month, and also discounts on readings with me once a quarter. So if you'd like to explore that, I would love to see you on the inside. Here's the link. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye for now.